Mike Schmitz of ESPN. We're here with Paolo Banchero. Paolo, appreciate you taking the time, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me on here.
So you've kind of been on the radar for quite some time. I think since you were younger, we always saw you at EYBL or playing with Rotary.
Mm-hmm.
You were always one of the best players kind of in your class, but it seems you've even made more of a jump. Watching you at the grind session, watching some of your film.
Yeah.
Handling the ball, step back threes. It seems like you've added a lot to your game. What do you attribute that to?
I would just say confidence. I've always, really played like that, but I think now I'm just having confidence and being able to show it, getting the opportunity. A lot of times coming up, playing for Rotary, I had to fill in a certain role, and I just mastered that role. And so I think now just being able to play like in BFL, having a lot more control and being able to open up my game, but also still do the stuff that I've been working.
I think that your ability to kind of push in the open court is definitely, a huge part of your intrigue, right? Like, what's going through your head when you grab a defensive rebound and the defense is retreating? Like, what are some of the things you're looking at?
As soon as I get a rebound, I'm trying to push it, and I'm always trying to look ahead. One thing I always stress is throwing the ball ahead. I hate players who don't throw the ball ahead. So right here, I kind of went up the right side, and I was, by myself. Really, there's no one ahead of me.
Yep.
And then I got a big on me, like I said, like the traditional 5 on me. He's kind of dangling out to the perimeter, and I was just like, I can go by him. So just made a little in and out move, baseline, and finished.
Yeah, and I think 250 at your size, any change of speed, change of pace is tough to guard, right?
Yeah.
And then you can see taking off outside of the paint. So you've always had this type of bounce?
When I was younger, I was real bouncy. I was All-American, like long jumper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At what age?
Like from 9 to 13.
Okay.
I was in the Olympics, like finishing top 5
really?
every year. Yeah.
Long jump? You said long jump?
Yeah. And then I grew and I kind of lost it all. Like I started getting stiff, gangly. Like, and I'm really just starting to get that lessons I had when I was younger. I'm really just starting to get it back. So I'm trying to keep building it up. But yeah, so I've always had it, but nah, I definitely lost it though, for sure.
Yeah, well, you can definitely see it there. And then, when you're filling the wings too, when you catch with a head of steam like this, kind of just like shedding tackles, right? What are you seeing here?
This game, this was in the first half, so I was trying to get it going. And I just caught, and no one was really in my way. And I was just like, let me just explode to the rim. I know I'm either get foul or get a bucket. I should have converted that, though. It should have been an L1, but.
So there's some of the long jump even you can see, like if you look at where you took off from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well outside the paint, and then almost finished the finger roll, draw the foul, but really, really impressive. And then, you mentioned the hit-aheads, the facilitating, so that's a big part of your game right there.
Yeah, getting the ball out of my hands as quick as possible, throwing it in the head.
And who does that come from? Like, did you anyone you kind of that style of play? Being unselfish.
Coach.
Yeah.
My high school coach. Oh my God, he was like, if you don't throw the ball ahead, it's over.
Then you're sitting.
Yeah.
So how do you balance that now? Because we'll get into it, but you're definitely someone who can go get your own, and like your isolation game is strong.
Yeah.
So how do you balance getting other guys involved, and then clearly at the high school level you're the guy, right?
Yeah. It's like for me it's just a feel rhythm thing.
Yep.
And shooting almost every one of these games I was feeling great, feeling good.
Yeah.
But just knowing when to do it, when to not, and then if there's an open man, throwing the ball.
Right.
Simple as that.
Easy as that.
Exactly.
Yep. For sure. And then sometimes what do you see here? What are you looking at as you attack?
Yeah, right here I tried to go middle. Didn't have much numbers. Could have went left though.
Yeah, but no numbers, right?
Yeah.
So whereas this next one, I think this shows your poise, your patience. Okay, you're pushing, no numbers, and then who do you got there on the wing?
Right here for the corner.
He's pretty automatic, huh?
Yeah, every time he shoot it, I'm running back.
Is he the best shooter you played with?
Yeah.
Aside from NBA players, I guess.
Oh
Yeah, but just to show your poise there, your patience, really good at a guy your size who can do those things in the open court. Okay, so then the pull-up game, I think you always had it in mid-range, right? You were almost like a mid-range killer when you were younger. Is it true?
No, that's
But now you've really
Exactly.
expanded. So what are you looking at here in the defender that kind of leads you to make this decision with the step back right?
Yeah, he's kind of giving me space. He looks like he's kind of expecting to drive out of me. So I kind of give him a crossover, and he kind of jumps on my left side, and he's really playing me super hard to the left. So just sidestep, create some space.
Yeah, I mean that's big time. Okay, what about this one here? So, you rely a decent amount on these up fakes, right, to draw fouls. Anything you would have done differently here? What do you see?
Step through.
Yeah.
I would have stepped through.
So up fake and then step through.
Yeah, step through and see what I had. I forced his shot, but this was frustration too, because I did this like 2 or 3 times this game on the same defender, because I thought he was fouling me, and I was like, I'm making it a point to give him a foul.
And you guys had a little bit of a battle, huh?
Yeah, no, he's hella strong.
He plays hard.
Yeah,
really
him
hard.
and the other dude, number 5.
They
had some big.
Gay,
I
think.
Yeah, they had some
Mohammed Gay.
Yeah.
Okay, you got this. What? This was a viral clip.
Yeah, that one went up.
What happens here? You didn't step on his foot, huh?
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I stepped.
So
on
you
his
did?
foot. Yeah.
All right, so we'll give him a free pass.
I mean, I really didn't even do nothing. So I mean,
Yeah,
I kind of just did that like a little pound hezzy, but
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, in Seattle, that's nothing.
yeah, he fell.
That's just a layup.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bench loves it. Regardless, just showing that you can step out and shoot it off the dribble a little bit. This is what really impressed me, just like your ability to change pace with these. Like playing off these hesitations.
Yeah.
What's the key to this move?
I think the head fake, kind of raising my chin up in the air, making it seem like I was going to put 2 hands on it. I'll also say just making them respect your shot.
Right.
So they jump at it.
And I think you're really good when you're like super decisive to the rim, right? When it's like fewer dribbles, more decisive, and just attacking, right? Is that something you've worked on?
Yeah, just having, never having to work too hard, just making sure like less is more at a lot of times.
Yeah, no question.
Exactly.
And I love this clip here. So, okay, decisive, getting downhill left, and then what are you looking at?
Yeah, this was that was to John, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right here, right when I kind of knew, like right here, I know I'm passing. I know it's not going up.
Yep.
And I'm just kind of waiting to see. I'm really looking at Ty though. Right
Okay.
here. So I know Trey's covered. I'm not throwing it to Trey. And I'm kind of looking at Ty, but he's just kind of, relaxing a little bit. So
if Ty shoots to the corner, then you got the
wing.
wing?
Then I got Shane, yeah. So I'm just kind of looking at Ty.
Yeah, and then, I mean, just the accuracy of that pass, too. You have the size to obviously see over the top. And then when you got bigs on an island, break them down, drop it off, right?
Yeah. No, that was at a clutch point in the game, too.
Do you think that passing is going to be one of your best skills long term? Yeah.
That's like my favorite skill.
Yeah, it's the playmaking.
Like scoring, everyone can score.
Right.
I mean, I can score for sure, but
right.
Passing, I think, is what separates me.
Yeah, I think that's what makes you unique at your size. Not just the shot making and the handle, but getting other guys involved. And yeah, it's a great drop off pass right there. Okay, so then that's kind of isolation stuff. I mean, you seem pretty comfortable in pick and roll as well. Okay, here you don't really use the screen, but I mean the footwork to kind of rise up like this. Take me through this play.
Yeah, this is the footwork. I just think comes from repetition. That looks like a one dribble pull up from mid range, but it's from 3. So just like I said, that mental block and not caring where I am on the floor, just gonna do the same mechanics wherever I'm at on the floor and shoot it.
But the last of the pick and rolls, I mean, this is pretty impressive at your size. Okay, high ball screen, they kind of mess up the ice there, and then you just see the cutter, right?
Yeah. No, that was like with 30 seconds left.
Big play.
Yeah, this is a big play. We got smacked with a game winner after this, but
yeah,
just to tie the game up, though.
All right, so that's kind of the perimeter game, right? And in terms of like your shot creation, but like I said, you're really comfortable in the mid post. Which shoulder do you prefer? Does it matter?
Like turning over?
Yeah.
Left. But I like to turn over my right too, on the left side though.
So how are you? Obviously, it's a feel thing, right? How is he defending me? What are you feeling here that leads you to shoot the back shoulder fade?
Yeah, he was trying to like not put a lot of contact on me.
Yep.
So I wasn't gonna just bang into him. I figured I could get a jumper off. So just gave him a baseline fake. And usually, I know in college they're gonna be scouting, but in high school that the baseline, one fake is all it takes. Like I said, less is more. But I know there's gonna have to be counters off that in college. But
right.
I just figured I'd give him one fake baseline, and I could feel him kind of bite on it.
Yeah.
So I knew I had a clean look.
I mean that's an NBA move right there. And then again over the other shoulder here too. So they kind of switch it. You walk down in the post against the big, and then other direction, right?
Yeah.
I mean that's so that comes from your mom.
Huh? Yeah, just post work. I mean, me and my trainer work on it a bunch. I've always worked on it, but as far as introducing it to me.
The early days.
Yeah.
Who's your trainer?
His name's Mike Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seattle guy?
Yeah, he went to high school. He played on the same high school team as Martell and Spencer.
Oh, okay. But yeah, really, really smooth. And like you said, less is more, right? So this is a tough possession. I mean, you count the numbers, right? 1, 2,
like I said, watch.
3,
I'm trying to make him
4,
foul me the whole
5,
time.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you make the shot.
This was pure frustration.
You guys were battling though, for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, it was at halftime. I was in a different mind frame this game.
And you might not have that luxury, right? To pound it like that.
Oh, no.
At the
this
next
is
level.
a high school shot for sure.
Yeah. You might have to get off it or.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the best bigs, like if you watch Bam, how he works with like Duncan Robinson. A lot of times it's those quick flips.
He's just running back and forth.
Yeah, and I think you could, as well as being a ball handler, play that type of role too at times. Sure. And I really like this too, just kind of sensing where the defense is. What do you see here?
So I knew when I drove left. I remember this play specifically. Like I knew that I was gonna spin, and I knew I wasn't gonna shoot it.
Okay.
So right when I spun, and I just knew I wasn't gonna shoot the ball.
Yep.
And right when I spun, I seen Trey wide open, and he really wasn't a 3-point shooter for us, but he stepped up right there and knocked down a big shot because we were coming back, we were down.
That's a great pass.
Yeah, whole defense was staring at me and kind of had their eyes on me, so they were sleeping for sure. Had him wide open on the backside. Yeah,
I mean every single person on their team is staring right at you. Yeah. So having an understanding of where the weak points in the defense are, and then just making that read, that's a great pass. And then the thing I mentioned earlier, like maybe it is a quick flip here, right? Because that's your shooter.
Yeah, John.
Yeah, so maybe at the next level you'll have that rhythm to where.
Exactly, to where it just boom and then
quick flip.
Nothing.
You can even clip him with the screen too or your hip. Getting guys open shots. But I know that's obviously a big part of your game and you can knock down that shot. So all right, so much of high school is like, Paolo, mid post ISO touch, or you're handling the ball in pick and roll, you're pushing. Like you might have to play off the catch a little bit more at the next level, right? You might be playing next to LeBron or Dame or Kawhi, right? Yeah. What do you see here in terms of like the shot preparation and as a screener, I guess, as opposed to being a ball handler?
Yeah. Was the pull up?
Yep.
Yeah, I just caught it. I could have shot that, but I wanted to get a better in rhythm shot. But no, I could have got something better out of this.
Yeah, and I think if you pop like low, hands and feet ready, and then catch on the hop, then you don't even need to put it down, right? And I think
and I caught it, and I wasn't really ready to shoot it, so I kind of just put it down.
Put it down, pull up again. Another shot you're more than capable of making. But I think the shot prep is going to continue to be huge, and the shot prep really good here. Good balance, didn't knock it down. When you're shooting it really well, what are some of the things you're doing, like in these type of situations, mechanically?
Yeah, when I'm shooting it well.
Yeah.
I got the ball off my palm.
Okay.
I got my wrist loaded on the catch, down and ready on the catch.
Okay.
With my wrist loaded, and I'm shooting it one fluid motion too. All
right, defensively, how would you describe yourself defensively? What do you think are some of your strong points, and maybe some things you're still working on?
I think my on-ball defense is a strength of mine.
Yep.
I think talking's a strength of mine, but I think my off-ball defense can definitely improve, and my pick and roll defense for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny that you put that up there. Yeah, got it. That's some me and my Duke coaches have already talked about. I'm already well aware of that because I do got to get better at this right here.
Yeah, and it's a lot of different coverages too. In college or the NBA, you'll see all different things. But I think guarding a ball screen is one of the most important things, and you absolutely have the physical ability to do it, and we'll show some of that. Some of your strengths. I just want to ask you like certain coverages, right? So, all right, if you're looking at the guard, your guard defender, like how would you describe this coverage, and where would you be?
So he looks.
I know it's kind of early offense, like transition, but.
Yeah, he's heavy on his right side, so I should probably scoot over a little more and kind of show my body at least.
It's almost like an ice, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So if you're in position to contain the ball, even if he tries to snake it or whatever, you're there. Maybe it's a late switch. and then he's able to get downhill, the help, the sink is late, and then the lob, right?
Yeah, exactly. If I would have been there to show my body, he wouldn't even probably win. If I was more over and just in that lane, standing in that lane,
exactly.
He would
Yeah. So little things like that, right? That you might not think like, okay, not my bad, but sometimes it shows up. Whereas this is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Same situation.
Yeah. No, that's me and Shane. Me and Shane always great communicating.
And so that's you talking?
Exactly.
And then, okay, this isn't, I mean, the goal for the guard is to keep the ball on the sideline, right? So he gets middle. So that's, that's not on you. That's a tough shot. You kind of want to live with those, floaters.
I wasn't going to give him a free one to the big.
So in these type of situations, okay, here's another one then.
Yeah, bad shot.
This is the one, this is the one you've maybe seen. What do you see here?
Yeah, that was just me not getting up there early caused me to not be able to show all the way.
Right, so if you're early,
I'm kind of walking up there. If I should be attached to the screener right now.
Yeah.
So just being lazy.
Because you want to be able to give 2 slides up court, right, so that he can't just turn the corner, and then that gives you time to retreat.
Get back. Exactly.
Yeah, and so because he turns the corner, then the roller gets behind you, right? Gets the offensive rebound. Adam Bona plays hard as hell, and 1, right? Whereas I think you definitely have the understanding of how to guard these. Like, okay, in more of a drop situation, you're going to be in these situations where it's almost like a 2-on-1, right? And you're really good at like bluffing, recovering. Is that something that you study?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just, I don't even really know how it's just natural. It's kind of like football, I don't know, it's being good at it.
Yeah, because you got to make this guard uncomfortable, right? If he's on a 2-on-1 situation, obviously it's not an advantage for you, but you got to bluff and stunt and kind of play those mind games, right?
Yeah.
And then you get back, okay, they end up making the shot, but you clearly have an understanding of how to guard in these situations. And then, a lot of times in the NBA, what teams want to give up is contested non-paint 2s, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this is really good. You're communicating, you can see your head's in line with the ball, and then a great contest, right? So, I mean, I think you're going to be doing a lot of switching as well, obviously, at your size. Do you feel like you could guard, like, NBA wings, too, if they're like, hey, guard LeBron, guard Kawhi, like, that'll be a strength of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you embrace that challenge? Yeah.
I like guarding on the perimeter more than I like guarding down low.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I feel like it's much harder to guard a good, like an elite post player back to the basket face-up player than it is to guard someone on the wing.
Right. So you'd rather guard Paul George than Joel Embiid?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yes. Sure.
Better chance. But then again, in these kind of drops, if they do get all the way down to the rim, your verticality is pretty good. I mean, good timing, and then give me that, right?
Yeah.
That's a great block. And then here again in pick and roll, the switch, communicating, sitting down, you feel like you'll be comfortable against, NBA guards stepping out, switching?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, being in the runs, like you got to guard Jamal, you got to guard IT, you got to guard Zach. Like, I've been in front of a lot of fast, quick dudes who I got to like really sit down and be locked in when I'm guarding them.
Who's the toughest to guard? Who's the toughest player you've ever had to guard?
It'd be Jamal or Zach.
Yeah.
Zach's ridiculous. He's just like super quick. He's like 6'5".
Yep. Head at the rim, shooting it from 30 now.
Exactly.
Not easy. Okay, here's one. I had to show you this one.
Oh, yeah.
What do you see?
He hits that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is just not in the top shape that I...
Long couple days.
Exactly. Just
gassed. And again, you're carrying the load on offense, for sure, right? But if you had it back...
And I think we had missed like 5 shots in a row.
Little frustration.
And I'm just like, damn. And we was up 12 and they were coming back. Yeah, and he smacks it. Yeah, that was a rough patch in the game.
So if you had it back, you slide with him and
for sure
fall into
That's just one of those in the moment you're like, damn, why'd I do that,
Because right here, you can see the switch and you can stay with him and then great verticality at the rim, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty much picture perfect. But again, like really, really good timing, technique, that's big time defense right there. And then just to kind of end it, some of the rim protection stuff, what do you see here? So rotate over, just meet him at the rim, right?
Yeah.
Do you practice this type of stuff, like the verticality?
Nah, it was an easy concept for me to grasp. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
really, you know, first person I ever saw like really start doing it was like Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
He would just jump up and he would just jump with his hand straight up, and I was like, that's not hard.
Yeah.
So I just
So now it's part of your game.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure, no question, and you can see it. You know, and you had a handful of different possessions. Some we've already shown. You know, sometimes maybe you get boxed out of the play. What do you see here?
Oh yeah. No, I hate that because
it's hard, right?
Yeah, no, it's a good play. Like, I mean, I don't know. You know who does it? The Celtics do that.
Okay, they're bigs.
Yes.
Clear you out?
You watch the Celtics play? They'll drive to the rim and they'll just do that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that was good though. It's just kind of one of the unexpected things. But I got to be in a better position. I should be in 3/4 at least, or on the bottom side of them.
Right. So you're either in a 3/4.
Stuck on the top side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you can even spin out of it and be in position, right? But yeah, good defensive play, and again, that might be Giannis or Embiid or Jokic clearing you out, right? You got to be ready. And then I think here even a little duck in, right?
Oh yeah, he was getting me with these. Yeah.
Gets to his spot.
Yeah.
No face cuts. That's what the coaches will tell you. Be physical with him. No easy catches. You know, gets to his spot, but you know, I think you said like you have really good instincts and understanding of where to be. Like right here, okay, at the rim, baseline drive. Where do you got to be? Right there, right?
It's just staying locked in. Like just every defensive possession, now it's got to be locked in.
Yeah, and that's great.
That's what I got to get better at. Just every single time down the floor.
Do you do much film study? Looking at this type of stuff?
That's all I do.
Yeah.
That's all I do. It's stuff like this is fun to me. So I just watch it on my own though. Like just literally just will turn it on while I'm in my room, and sometimes I'm not even watching it, but it's just going.
Yeah. That's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
And again, just to kind of wind it down here, I mean, stepping in, taking the charge, right? Was this a charge or flop?
Yeah, it was a charge.
Yeah?
It's like the 4th charge of my career.
You take it how you can get it, right?
Yeah, slid in there.
Big game, stepping up, taking the charge.
I was proud of myself after that.
You're proud of yourself?
Yeah. Because usually I'm like too big to even fall. That was
so you sold it?
Yeah, that was a good sale.
Who was our guy 23? He's not strong enough to do
That's
that.
the one he just committed to Oregon State.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But again, those winning plays I think are huge. And then, you know, on the defensive glass too, I think you're someone who can have an impact, you know, right away. Okay, here he gets you a little bit. What do you see?
Yeah, he's a monster. Like you said, he's always playing hard. So that's a lazy kind of box out. Didn't think the ball was gonna come off like that. And yeah, just tried to tip it, but no, I should have put a body on him.
Yeah, maybe just earlier, right? So he can't waltz in. Whereas, you know,
I kind of walked towards him, but I just gotta put a body on him.
And the NBA is different, right? Not everyone's crashing the offensive glass. It's not but in college, for sure, you're going to see stuff like this. And, you know, I think this last clip, just to show, like, your instincts. Okay, you got a body a little earlier, and then tapping it to yourself, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that just shows that you have the instincts and the understanding. Reading the ball off the rim, you know, that's really, really good. So, you know, I think that's kind of some of the things that you're going to bring to Duke in the NBA, right? Like your versatility, you can handle the ball, mid-post, perimeter, you can switch, you have good instincts. I guess looking forward, before we let you go here, what are the main things that, you know, you're still working on, and what type of player do you think you'll be in 5 years?
Yeah. I'm still, you know, sharpening everything up, still working on the basic stuff, but just focusing, like I said, on defense, just being locked in every time down. Being tuned in, and then offensively, just keep working on 3-point shot. I don't feel like I'm a great 3-point shooter yet, but I feel like in 2 years I can be like a knockdown great 3-point shooter. And just sharpening ball handling, you know, doing all the little things. But I would just say more of as I keep going, I gotta start working on more of the tiny specifics in the game.
Yeah, the details.
Yeah, the details.
And then 5 years from now, what type of player do you think you'll be?
An all-star.
Yeah.
One of the best players in the league.
Yeah. I love it. That's the confidence you see from the best players in the NBA, and you clearly have that level of focus. So, Paolo, I appreciate you taking the time, man, and best of luck moving forward.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.